This is a brief tutorial on comma splices and fused sentences, what they are and how to avoid them using periods, semicolons, and conjunctive adverbs. To define comma splices, first let's review quickly what an independent clause is. And an independent clause has two components. It has both a subject and a main verb, and it expresses a complete thought. So two examples of independent clauses that are also complete sentences, complete simple sentences, are Mary panicked, period, and Charles was calm. Those are both independent clauses, and they are both complete simple sentences. Mary is the subject, panicked is the verb, Charles is the subject, was is the verb, calm is a subject complement, completes the thought. Both are independent clauses. And a comma splice is a grammatical error joining two independent clauses with a comma alone. You see them all over the place, in particular internet chat boards, message boards, stuff like that, where people don't pay close attention to how they are connecting their thoughts, and they jam two independent clauses together with only a comma. To me, it always sounds like an excited person reading too quickly. Mary panicked. Charles was calm. Let's go to the concert. My friend has a new car. We can all ride in it. It's too much excitement, not enough pause. And the solution is to put some pauses in there one way or another. You can avoid comma splices by either correctly constructing compound sentences, which means to use either a semicolon or a coordinating conjunction like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. Those are the two rules to make a compound sentence. Mary panicked, semicolon, Charles was calm. Or Mary panicked, but, coordinating conjunction, Charles was calm. You can also create just simple sentences separated by periods. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Let's go to the concert, period. My friend has a new car, and we can all ride in it. Regardless, get past the notion of putting a comma in between independent clauses alone, and you will avoid the comma splice. A fused sentence, which some people call run-on sentence, so it's the same thing, is one without any appropriate connectors between clauses. It may be caused by a comma splice, or it may simply just lack punctuation or conjunctions that are necessary to separate the thoughts. That's really what this comes down to, is how are we separating thoughts for the reader so that they don't have to try to parse it out themselves. John asked me to go to the dance. I can't wait to tell Mom about it. She will be so excited for me. Bob bakes cookies for us every Sunday, however, he only eats carrots. I can't even really say them without making myself sound overly excited, because it's a lack of pause and a lack of direction on the writer's part in telling the reader where to pause between thoughts. And that's really what it is. I'll let you read the last example for yourself and try to figure out what it says. Fused sentences, too, can be fixed correctly by correctly constructing compound sentences with a semicolon or coordinating conjunction between independent clauses, or just creating those simple sentences separated by periods, too. The same way we fixed the comma splice. John asked me to go to the dance, period. I can't wait to tell Mom about it, semicolon, she will be so excited for me. Could certainly as well be, John asked me to go to the dance, period. I can't wait to tell Mom about it, period. She will be so excited for me, period. Maybe you'll run the risk of coming into kind of a droning, one sentence is the same length after another, after another, after another. But at least it's grammatically correct, and it tells the reader where to put the pauses between thoughts. Bob bakes us cookies every Sunday, semicolon. However, he only eats carrots. In that last example, the word however is what we call a conjunctive adverb. And a conjunctive adverb There are a lot of them. There are any type of conjunction that is used in an adverbial sense, again, in some way modifying or clarifying the verb being used. But a semicolon and a conjunctive adverb combination is a fine way to connect independent clauses too, as you saw in that last example. Bob bakes us cookies every Sunday, semicolon, conjunctive adverb, however, comma, he only eats carrots. And that's the basic rule for a semicolon plus conjunctive adverb combo, is that you have the semicolon ending one independent clause, then comes the conjunctive adverb that begins the next, and that conjunctive adverb is followed by a comma. Coach Johnson always ran us to exhaustion, semicolon. Nevertheless, comma, he was generally an excellent leader. If you are going to use the semicolon plus conjunctive adverb combination, be strict with the rule. Semicolon, then conjunctive adverb, then comma. Don't confuse the order of the components or you'll create more errors. Her clothes were old, comma, however, they were not dirty. Her clothes were old, comma, however, semicolon, they were not dirty. Her clothes were old, however, they were not dirty. These are examples of few sentences and comma splices and simply incorrect semicolon use. You want that semicolon, then conjunctive adverb, then comma. Her clothes were old, semicolon. However, they were not dirty. I think the confusion sometimes comes in that people know that those components need to be there. They know that there needs to be a semicolon, a conjunctive adverb, and a comma, and they maybe have never slowed down to think which order they come in. I see in a lot of student papers the second example there, the conjunctive adverb coming before the semicolon. And I think that's because most of us kind of know the basic idea of the construction, but either we've never had the rule defined for us or we haven't ever sat down to really look at how consistent that rule is. But it is fairly consistent, and that's something that you want to be strict with.